All right, yogis, join me in Wuji stance. Wuji means empty stance, or what is known as the void. And it is our opening stance for primal movement. So take the feet just past hip width. We're going to fan out the toes and really plug into the element of earth to come into the present moment. And as we start to draw earth element up through the legs, give a little shimmy shake so there's buoyancy in your joints. And then come to a place of stillness, drawing the chin back in space and tilting the tailbone slightly toward the ground. So taking a sway back out, or if we're over tucked, finding that midpoint. So once you arrive in this stance, activate your Ujjayi pranayama, that oceanic wave-like breath that connects mind, body, and spirit as one. You can close the eyes for a moment to come into the practice by taking your drishti, your focal point, to your third eye. Or you can keep the eyes open and find a focal point in front of you with a soft gaze. Let's take 3 breaths to come into the present moment. Exhale all the air out of the body. Ujjayi, inhale through the nose, dragging the breath. Exhale through the nose, dragging breath. Inhaling, exhaling, inhale, and exhale. Continue with Ujjayi as we open with our tapping practice. If the eyes were closed, softly blink them open, and we'll be tapping at the door of life. So twisting from the waist, cup the hands, and let the arms swing as you begin to tap the hips. So let the navel turn the body, with the arms being the end result. You can flutter lips, you can sigh, you can om, getting any tension out of the throat chakra as we begin to warm and wake up the Qi for the practice. Ribs. Lung and kidney. You can hum, sigh. Any invitation for sounding is welcome to clear the throat chakra. Ribs. Deep breath. Hips. Slow it down and shake it out. We're going to go right into shaking down the tree, or what is known as opening the 7 gates. So I'm lifting my heel for my heel drops at the same time. So we're not alternating, same time. And as I tap my heels, which is a grounding technique, I'm flicking my elbows and wrists. So notice if there's a little tension. Try to find that playful looseness in the body as we begin to wake up the Qi, the prana, the vital life force, and what I call the light. Again, sounding is welcome. You can take the arms up, out, or down, but we're getting into that effervescent vibrational quality by shaking. Now, shaking down the tree or opening the 7 gates works in 2 different directions. If we're feeling too much, and that could be physically, mentally, emotionally, let's say we've been in traffic and we're a little ticked. This is a great way to release heat, literally shaking it off the body so it doesn't stay in and cause dis-ease. Let's say we're feeling stagnant and stuck, again, emotionally, physically, or mentally. This gets the body moving. Energy is about movement, right? So when we get stagnant and stuck, the energy is not moving. This helps to shift thought pattern, emotional patterns, and physical patterns by just getting energy moving through the body, because your energy, your Qi, your prana, your vital life force is your own superpower and eternal medicine. You can think of animals in the wild when they escape a predator, or like my dog during the fireworks. They get fear out of the body by shaking. Now, traditionally, this is done for several minutes, but for time purposes, we're making this short. We're here for 3, 2, back to Wuji stance, and just feel the difference in the body. tapping into the breath. Big inhales, big exhales. You might feel a humming, a tingling, or a vibrational, energetic glove around your arms and legs. That is your Qi. Let's exhale fully. Pulling down the sky. Inhale, the arms will rise out to the sides. Give a little shrug from the rib cage. Turn your fingertips in, and then we ground the energy down and in. Good. Inhale, drawing that energetic bubble around the body. Fingertips turn in, and then exhale, grounding. Inhale, long waist. Fingertips turn in. Exhale, long neck. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And then let's take the hands to heart center. We're going to step to the top of the mat. Again, fanning toes, activating feet. And just taking a pause here if you'd like to create an intention for your practice around your inner warrior, or just being with yourself in this moment as you show up to practice. Create the intention. What is your why? Why are you here? Breathe into the intention. Exhale, send it out. If the eyes were closed, softly blink them open. And we're going to do a Surya Namaskara A to warm up the body, to bring us into our peaceful warrior flow. Lower the arms in Tadasana. We're going to spiral the biceps out as we hug the frontal ribs in. Exhale fully. Inhale, biceps rise and hands touch. Exhale, prayer comes down the center line as we fold down and in, bowing head. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back to your plank. We're going to shift forward and lower to the belly. Point the toes. Inhale, gentle Urdhva Mukha. Curl the toes. Lift the legs and hips. Adho Mukha. So as we arrive in our first downward dog, let's just gently pedal out the feet. And take your time. Notice the speed with which you move. And see if you can slow it down and really tap into the backs of the legs and the calves, the ankles and the Achilles. Slowly walking a dog and then settle. Now fan out the toes, and even if the heels do not touch, suction cup the soles of the feet. A little soft bend in the knees as we reach the hips up and back. Now wrap the elbows toward the edges of the mat so that the biceps spirals upward. And then really plug into the earth with your fingers, your paws, your claws, your talons. And so we're focusing on earth, tapping into the practice, grounding, breathing as we warm up. Ujjayi, find your focal point even here in the Adho Mukha. Good. Last breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's pedal the feet. Walk the feet to the hands. Toes spread and touch. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, soft bend in the knees. We fold in. Look between the knees. Nod the head yes. And nod the head no. Inhale with a flat back. We rise all the way up, prayer touch. And exhale, Samastitihi, prayer at heart center with a new present moment. Again, Surya A. Inhale, arms rise, prayer touch. Exhale, bend the knees as we travel to fold inward. Bow your head and look toward the knees. Inhale, arching the back, shifting forward. Exhale, step back to your plank. Shift forward and lower to Chaturanga, or your version of Vinyasa. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, and then exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Give me 3 breaths in this down dog and plug into the alignment and to your breath. Inhale 1, exhale Ujjayi, inhale 2, exhale, inhale 3. Exhale, coming into our peaceful warrior flow. Let's step the feet together. The right leg is going to rise, point the toe, and reach as if you were being pulled by your foot
Drop your outer hip and let the inner thigh spiral upward. Soft bend in the standing leg. Give me 3 breaths here as we really start to get into the legs and the arm strength. Inhale 1. Exhale, coiling from that inner thigh. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale, bend that top leg, lift onto the bottom tiptoes, bring the knee to the nose, and then step the foot forward. We're going to lower the back knee and point the toe. Now immediately grounding the legs, we rise up. We're not dumping into the sacrum. We're going to immediately ignite into the earth. So as if you could drag your shin forward and your heel back toward the back knee, you're hugging in. I can even lift my back knee off the ground. I'm pressing so hard. So wrap the arms, suction cup this front foot, and as the arms rise, biceps to the ears, curl this pubic bone in and hug the ribs in. From here, give me 3 breaths. Inhale 1. Exhale, ground into the legs. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale, bring the hands down to frame the front foot, and we're going to sit back into a half Hanumanasana. Now, as we arrive here, you can have hands on blocks or props. You press the heel down, soft bend in the knee, lift the heart as we begin to wake up the posterior chain here. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale, shift forward, activate the feet and the shin, rise all the way up. Big inhale, and then exhale, we're gonna sit back into that half Hanuman. And we're gonna go back and forth to floss our hips. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, we sit it back. Now the feet and the shin are pressing the entire time. Inhale, rising. Exhale, shifting back. One more like this. Inhale, rising. Exhale, sitting back. This time we're going to shift forward, frame the foot with the hands, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee. Now we can widen that right foot for stability. Suction cup that front foot, feel the back foot ignite, and then fly the arms back like wings. The knee is right over the ankle, and we're shaving that right hip bone back. Open up the chest, exhale fully. Press down through the feet, rise all the way up, Anjaneyasana, and then hug the frontal ribs in. A little squeeze of this left glute. Give me 3 breaths here. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale, bring your hands to the inside of your front foot. Spin the back foot flat like a warrior 2 and walk to the long edge of the mat and turn the toes out so that you're in a lifted forward fold. So reaching the heart up, we're going to come into a straddle stance. Bend into the left leg and sit way back into the heel. This is not Skandasana, right? We're not leaning into the toes. Lean into the heel, suction cup both feet. Exhale fully, and then you can do a cat-cow situation. So we're going to dome the back of the heart, rounding in, and then bend the right knee, arch the back, and look up. Way back in the hips. Again, pull the body through center, rounding, shifting into the left side. So we're going to go back and forth here. Inhale through center. Exhale, bend right knee, lift. Inhaling. Exhaling. If it's too much, you can have hands on hips and just shift like this, back into the heel, opening up these adductors. Good. One more to the right. One more to the left. Now, wherever you are, look forward at the top of the mat. We're going to travel, turning the feet, hands frame the foot, hop the back foot in, and lower the back heel. Now, ground the feet. We're going to rise all the way up. Feet are in pyramid position, palms face straight down, lean back, bring the arms to you, bend the front knee and press it away. Inhale back, almost like rowing energetic crew. Inhale, so the legs really take the body where it wants to go. Use the legs to pull back, and exhale, push forward. 2 more. Inhale. Find softness in the upper body while the legs are grounded. Good. Press forward. And then hands come to the ground. Step back to your plank. Shift forward, lower. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. So you just completed one side of the peaceful warrior. The entire flow is known as peaceful warrior. Step the feet together. Let's do the left side. Left foot rises, point the toe. We're going to drop the outer hip. Inner thigh spirals up. Bend the standing leg so the knee is not locked. Wrap your biceps forward and keep reaching through the feet. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, bend that top leg, lift high onto the bottom tiptoe, bring the knee to the nose, and then step the foot forward. Lower the back knee. Now, if you need a blanket under the knee or blocks, please use your props. Now, rise up into Bhujangasana, which is the coiling in the upper back. We're going to hug the ribs in, activate. Remember, pressing feet so much that we're not grinding or dumping forward. So curl, squeeze the glutes a little bit, and then inhale, lift the hands. The front foot is suction cupped and very active to protect. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Sit back into Ardha Hanumanasana. So press that foot, soft bend in the knee. Looking up, ground, press the earth away from you. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Good. Rebend the front knee, shift forward. Arms sweep up, ground the legs, inhaling. And then exhale, flossing the hip. We sit it back, pressing. Inhale, spread the toes, ground that front foot, rise. Exhale, sit it back. And look forward like you're going to pounce on something. Inhale, shift forward, rise. Exhale, sit it back. One more like this. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Shift forward. We're going to curl the back toes under as hands frame foot. Lift the back leg. Now push through that back heel. Fan out your toes. Really suction cup this foot. Knee over ankle. We rise all the way up, Anjaneyasana. Now feel into this. And take a bow, take the hands behind you. Shoulders are off the chest. Really reach. Exhale fully, and then rise all the way back up. Now, pinkies turn inward. Hug the ribs in. Squeeze that right glute and give me 3 breaths. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, hands come to the inside of the foot. Pivot that back heel, turn to the long edge of the mat, and then straddle to the right. And again, hands can be on hips. And then move through center, dome the back, and shift to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale. One more time to the right, look forward. We're going to travel to the front of the mat. The feet turn with the body. Hands frame the foot, so turn both feet forward. Hop the back foot in for pyramid stance. We lower both heels. Inhale, palms face down. We rise all the way up. Bend the elbows, reach way back, and then bend the front knee and push the chi forward. So inhale to the belly button. Exhale, press from the navel center. Inhale. Exhale. Feel that grounded back heel. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Hands to the floor. Step to the plank. Shift forward, lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale. downward facing dog. Take a big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Now we're going to do the full peaceful warrior flow, one round, moving on one breath. So you can really feel the fluidity and the water element that moves through the body like a wave. Step the feet together. Inhale, right leg rises. This time bend the knee, open the knee out to the side, look under the right armpit, stretching the front body. And then square off, point the toe to the sky. Exhale, knee to the nose. Step the foot forward, lower the back knee, point the toe, ground the legs. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, half Hanuman. Inhale, hands frame the foot, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, fly the arms back like wings. Now let's do a little bowing crescent here to really get into the water element just for a moment. Inhale, rising. Exhale, bowing. Bowing to the blessings. Inhale. Exhale, strong feet so that we can move like water. The legs are like the banks of a river, while the arms are the water. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the inside of the foot. We turn the back foot, slide all the way to that straddle stance. Inhale through center, rounding the back. Exhale, squat. You can go as low as feels good. Now, try not to let the hands move. We're pressing down and really feeling the shoulders move. Sit into the left foot, look forward. Travel, hands frame the foot. Hop the back foot in, lower the back heel. Pyramid stance, we rise up. Exhale, bend that front knee, press the chi. Inhale, getting into our energetic crew here. Exhale, press. Inhale, how soft can you be? Water is about strength. Even though it is soft, it is so strong. Exhale, press. One more time, inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground, step back, shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the feet together, point the left foot as it rises and drop the outer hip. Bend the standing knee. Take a big inhale. Exhale, bend the top knee, open it out to the side and look under the left armpit. Stretch that front body. And then square off on the inhale. Exhale, knee to the nose. Place the foot. Lower the back knee, point the toe. Inhale, rising up, Bhujangasana. Exhale, sitting back, half Hanuman. Inhale, hands frame the foot. Lift the back knee, fly hands back like wings. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Take a bow to the blessings. Exhale. Really grounding the feet to rise up. This is great for balance, creating mobility and heat. Inhaling. Really channeling earth and water. Both are yin elements. Exhale, bow. Finding that yin fluidity. Inhale and exhale. Rise up on the inhale. Exhale, hands to the inside of the foot. Spin the back foot flat. Travel all the way to the right side straddle. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. One more on each side. Inhale, center. Exhale. One more to the back of the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Look to the front. We travel back to crescent pose feet first. Hands frame foot. Hop the back foot in. Lower both heels. Inhale, rising up. Leaning back a little bit. Exhale, pressing forward. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Really letting that breath lead the movement. Last one. And then exhale, hands to the floor. Step to the last plank. Shift forward, lower. Inhale, upward facing. Lower the knees. Shift back. We're going to widen the knees for a child's pose. So make a pillow for the head or use a prop and pause here. Feel what touches earth, palms of hands, forearms, shin bones. flushing the knees and stretching the tops of the feet and the ankles. Feel the heartbeat. Reconnect to your intention as you lengthen the exhale. So we're coming out of the yang, heated portion of the practice and moving into yin. So as we inhale, we're going to lengthen the exhale twice as long as the inhale. Coming out of samavriti, which means same wave or equal parts breath. Two more breaths in your child's pose. One more breath. Good. Push down to come up. Let's come onto the back just for a quick thread the needle to stretch out our hips. Lie down first. Let's hug the knees into the chest and rock side to side. So Peaceful Warrior shows a lot of neutral positions in the legs and shoulders, as well as external rotation in the straddle stance. So we're going to just do one thread the needle and one twist. First, take the arms and legs up into dead bug position and shake out any tension. So we're shaking at the end just like we began in the beginning. How loose can the wrists and the ankles be? And then pause here, feel the tingling. Let the knees bend if you feel anything in the low back and shoulders drop. Circle the ankles and the wrists. And then reverse it. And then pause and feel. Soften something that's not supposed to be hardened, like your jaw, your eyes, your forehead, your lips, your eyebrows. We hold tension in so many interesting places, even your thumbs and toes. Good. Let's hug the knees into the chest, rock side to side. Let's place the feet on the floor. We're going to cross the right ankle on top of the left knee. Grab the edges of your mat, push down in a way to lengthen the tailbone. Hug your ribs in and then lift the legs. And you can feel the stretch already happening with leg strength. Now from here, reach through. You can grab in front of the shin or behind. If you want a deeper position, you can cradle the top leg and extend the bottom leg. So do what feels good to you. If you're in thread the needle with the knee bent, you're going to use your right elbow to press the inner right thigh away to create space in your hip as well as in your neck. As above, so below. Give me a few breaths here. Really deepen the inhale and lengthen the exhale. One more breath. And exhale. Good. Arms and legs up. Shake it out. Other side, grab the edges of the mat. Push down in a way to lengthen the back of the neck and the low back. Left ankle on top of right knee. Use leg strength first. So really driving the shin with the top leg into the chest. Use the core, then reach through and see if you can take the same pose you did as on the right side. And right away noticing, hey, what's different about this side? This is the yin side of the body, the moon side. The right side is the yang, and the sun side of the body. So this is more fluid and flowing. When you think of the light of the moon and the cooling, it's nighttime, slowing down versus yang, sun, heated part of the day, getting things done. And so just be with this texture and notice how this side feels versus the other side. How does your rest side feel from your do side? Good. Last breath. Inhale. Breathe into that hip. Send the medicine. And exhale. Good. Arms and legs up. Shake it out again. Hug the knees. Rock side to side. And we'll take one internal. We're going to lower the feet. Cross the right knee nice and tight over the left. We're going to reach up, go underneath the feet. If that doesn't feel good, just hug both shins into the chest and maybe take one foot or go underneath for both. For Gomukhasana, Supta Gomukhasana, elbows bend. You can point, I like to flex. Now really get into this internal rotation here. Unshrugging shoulders, feeling the kidneys pressing into earth. Kidneys are the water element, so really feel the kidneys merging with earth. For soothing. Work your navel, work your breath. And breathe into the hip sockets, which are a symbol for stepping forward. Stepping forward in life. Last breath, inhale. And exhale. Dead bug, go up, shake it out. Good. Hug the knees, rock side to side. Good. Lower your feet, cross the left over the right knee, pull in, and take your Gomukhasana position. What's different about this side? And you're just observing, being curious versus critical, compassionate versus critical. Let that curiosity unravel tension with breath and presence. Good. Last breath. Big inhale. And a big exhale. Good. Arms and legs up. Shake it out. And then find a happy baby position. Now this might feel really good after all the straddle stances, as the adductors should be nice and open. And then we're going to place the feet together, interlace the hands over the edges of the feet, press the knees wide, chin to chest, looking forward, press the blades of the feet into the hands. Don't let them break apart, and feel the stretch in your upper back and shoulders. And then roll back down. You can turn the head side to side, hug the knees into the chest. We're going to cross the ankles, grabbing opposite feet, chin to chest, rocking forward and back to massage the spine. And then coming to seated. Sukhasana, easy seat. You can sit on blocks. You can place blocks under knees. And we're going to come into a receptive position for the hands, palms face up. First finger and thumb touch, elbows are relaxed. Chin pulls in, long back of neck. Close the eyes, let your drishti, your gaze, be at your third eye. And just moving down and in. So in this moment, as you sit in the intention, feel into the body at the same time. And notice how you feel after shaking and tapping into power and moving joints and just feeling good. Good. Bring hands to heart center. Feel the warmth in your prayer from your presence and your practice. Honoring that, your inner peaceful warrior and your intention. Prayer to the third eye, gazing upward. And exhale, bowing inward. Om Shanti, yogis. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.